This was so much more hectic than my season.
Yeah.
What is your headspace right now?
I'm feeling good. I feel like I watched a pro do it in season 1, so I'm ready to do it in season 2. No, I'm completely joking. I'm quite nervous. It wasn't hitting me until not too long ago, but the fact that they're on their way is quite nerve-wracking.
Hi.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
I'm Manny.
I'm Ada.
Ada?
Yeah.
I can't believe we're doing this.
Yeah, I heard that I'm the first one, so I'm glad that we're in this together.
Yeah, no, I have no idea what to expect.
Well, okay, cheers to an adventure.
Yeah, FLIRT season 2.
Do it. What made you decide to do this in the first place?
That's a great question. Honestly, just curiosity. Like I saw Hannah doing this and it seemed like a really cool idea. It seems very genuine and an opportunity to get to know some dope people. So I said, why not? And
Did you ask anyone else in your life for like advice around it? Were you curious about what they think?
I did not. I was just like, okay, I'm gonna do this. What about yourself?
I did ask, well not ask, I did tell my mom I was thinking about this because I was like, I think that this is such a cool idea, but I was nervous about the cameras and the whole like, everything's gonna be on film and on the internet forever. But when my mother was like, that sounds like such a fun idea, I was like, okay, well, that's my voice of reason. So here I am. Yeah. But yeah, I thought it just would be a fun time to like meet someone and have an interesting conversation, hopefully.
Yeah, and you reached out to Hannah from the post that she made.
Yes, but yeah, like I said before, we knew each other from going to the same gym, and I am also an artist, so once I learned that about her, I was also like really excited to cheer on her work.
What kind of stuff do you create?
That's a good question. I do a lot of different types of stuff. I was trained in everything from like painting to metal sculpture and welding. Wow. So, and I also work as an art teacher, so I do a lot of like physical fine arts type work, less performing arts work, which is why I had a little stage fright about this, but that's mostly what I do. So a lot of painting and printmaking right now. It changes from project to project though, which is always really fun. What do you do also? Yeah,
I work in politics more generally. Currently live in DC. But went to
plot twist.
Yeah, went to high school with Hannah.
Yes, okay, so she mentioned that.
I grew up here and here very frequently. So you know Hannah from the gym.
Yes.
How long have you been rock climbing for?
Oh, that's a good question. Not very long, and I actually don't go to the same gym anymore, although I do like doing it occasionally still. I grew up playing soccer. Everyone in my family are really big athletes.
What position?
Did you play? Okay, yeah, I saw the eyebrow. I was like, yep. I was a winger. I was on D for a lot of high school, but then I played a little midfield here and there. Nice. How about you?
I played wing as well.
Okay, so you're a runner?
Yeah.
Cool.
Up and down.
Yep. Just going back and forth for 90 minutes.
Yeah, and no one really understands the toll that it takes, but.
It's fun though. I had a great time playing. Always loved soccer, still love soccer, but in college I actually switched to rugby. Did that during college, a little bit after. I actually lived in DC for a couple years, so I was playing for the DC Furies, which is a local club team. And then I moved here 2 years ago and stopped doing rugby, but started just trying random other sports. So I did rock climbing for a while. I do a lot of yoga. That's been like consistent throughout all of this. I've done a lot of yoga. And then more recently have started doing pole dancing, which is actually pretty similar to rock climbing in terms of the muscles that it uses, but it's just fun. It's a different form of expression and movement than I'm used to, but it's kind of fun to explore after doing team sports for so many years, just movement for oneself or in a different context. So.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. Do you still play soccer?
Yeah, I do. I play pretty regularly on various leagues right now. I love it. It's like my outlet, so I have to. I think I'm a better person when I play soccer because I get to kind of put all of that energy in one place.
So you grew up here, eventually made your way there, but what was in between?
Yeah, I went to college in the College of Worcester, Ohio.
Okay. How big is it?
Not big. The school itself was like 2,600 students, so very small.
What was that like for you?
I went to a really small high school, so it wasn't that different, I guess. Everyone knew everyone. It was cool. I went there to play soccer.
Oh, gotcha. Cool.
So I got to do that at the D3 level, and get good schooling and not be that far away from home. If you could have any superpower, what would it be?
Maybe to read minds, I guess, because I really do value honesty a lot. I hope to be and try to be as much as I can like someone who does the shit I say I'm gonna do and like means what I say. So I really value that in other people, but not everyone operates on the day-to-day like that. You know, we all have moments, so it would be cool to be able to tell if someone is really actually believing what they say to you sometimes. But now it's your turn.
I think my superpower would be to understand every language.
I want that one instead.
Yeah,
That's way better.
You can have it as well. I think like just being able to conversate with every single person in their native tongue would be like very meaningful to a lot of people, especially at the time that we're at and, you know, all of the situations that are occurring.
Yeah, in a world that feels very divided and like isolating, I think that would be a really cool way of bridging gaps. Do you speak any languages other than English?
I do not.
Not yet. Not yet.
Not yet, exactly. That's the right attitude to have about it. I used to be very, I guess, good at Spanish, but I didn't use it. And unfortunately, it slides away after a while. What about yourself?
Yeah, I also studied Spanish in high school. Oh, and I studied sign language in college. So that's something that I do.
Can you teach me something right now?
Actually, no. But that's just because there is something that I learned from my professors in college is that they really prefer for sign language in particular to be taught by deaf people or hard of hearing people, and I was really lucky to like be taught by deaf professors the whole time. I try to be respectful of that and not actively teach it. Sometimes I do like translate what I'm saying directly, so I can do like that if you want, but I cannot like actively teach sign language because it's just not like my role, I think, in that realm. But I teach a lot of other stuff.
That's super fair.
Yeah.
No, I appreciate
draw
that.
Something or
No, I wish that we had a pen and paper for you to teach me and draw something because I would not consider myself creative.
I do, but that's okay. We don't have to get into that right now. I like always carry stuff with me.
We got to do it now.
I'll be right back. This has paper in it, but I also brought something. This is also something I keep that thing on me.
Okay.
Which is a watercolor kit, which is kind of fun. But yeah, you can draw whatever you want or paint. Sometimes choosing an idea like actually is the hardest part of all of this, for sure.
That's tough.
Have you ever played that game where you like fold up a piece of paper?
No.
And like everyone does a section of like a monster and then you like don't get to see what the other sections look like?
I have not.
This is a stupid little children's game, but I think it would be fun to play. So I just drew two little lines on the end, and you can draw a torso of some kind.
Torso of some kind.
Go away so I don't see. What else do you like to do outside of work?
I love kind of just like chilling. Work is a lot.
I do not dream of labor. Okay.
Work is a lot. So I tend to try and relax as much as possible whenever I am not working. But I like to hang out with my friends. Obviously, I try and stay as active as I possibly can. Because whoa, you're looking.
I'm looking at you. I'm not looking at the paper.
I'm kidding.
I'm blocking it.
I like to go to the gym. I like to stay as active as possible. My friends and I have gotten really into pickleball as of late.
My family is obsessed with pickleball lately.
Fastest growing sport.
Okay, I did catch a glimpse. I'm gonna look away again.
It was good, right?
I'm trying not to do that thing that they do on The Office where I like stare down the camera, but
break the fourth wall.
I'm trying not to look at what you're drawing, so. Please. The fourth wall's been broken. I'm pretty sure.
It's so fine if this is if you do look at it because it's so bad, but
it's gonna be great.
It's not.
It's gonna be really ugly.
It is.
That's gonna be great.
That's great.
That's the goal of this.
All right.
Takes the pressure off.
Are you ready?
Yeah. Oh.
That's interesting.
Oh, I see. Those were hands.
Yeah.
I thought I was so confused.
It's in the pockets.
Okay, yeah. They just got really like wide hips.
Yeah.
A really skinny torso. If this was a date that was not planned and produced on camera, what's the kind of thing that you would like to do on a date?
I think it really depends. Like I feel like one thing that you really have to do well on a first date is mesh kind of interests, generally speaking. You know, you can always go for like Old Faithful, like get a drink, but I feel like it's not like, you know, I think that's like in DC, that's like what you do. You go for a drink.
Right.
But I think something like kind of entertaining. It can be fun and silly. Like mini golfing, I think is like such a perfect first day because you can talk. It's not serious, you know, a little competition, but nothing too.
Would you describe yourself as a competitive person?
I am a competitor, for sure. Yeah, whenever you played, did you yell at the refs?
I was like, sir, did you see that? Like.
So you were proper, so you knew
Well,
soccer.
In rugby, also, that's how you would address any officiant or ma'am, you know, but just real respectful because you are literally trying to kill each other.
Yeah.
So
that's so
if
brutal.
I'm like, hey, like I'm trying to get a call like weighed in my favor, I'm obviously gonna try to be on the ref's good side.
Yeah.
My brother actually played professional rugby for a few years, so he really set the standard high. And my mom was a big soccer player. She was the first in the family to get her international cap.
An international cap? With who?
She played for, I used to live before Pittsburgh, out in the Pacific, in a place called Saipan. My mom did some really cool stuff, including represent the women of the Highland internationally.
Wow.
And later on, a few years later, my sister, who actually played in college, was able to follow in her footsteps and also scored her first international goal, and my brother as well.
For the same country?
Yes, well, for the Commonwealth of the Northern Mariana Islands, which is Guam, Saipan, Tinian, and Rota.
That's fantastic.
Which is near the Marianas Trench, is what I normally tell people here. We're educating folks on this channel today. Now you know.
Look at a map.
Learn about island nations.
You speak a lot about your family. Who is your hero? Is it someone from your family? Is it someone outside of your family? I think, you know, you can kind of mix and match there.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do I have to pick just like one person? Absolutely. I don't really think this. I don't like this is my one.
No.
I feel like I'm inspired by a lot of people in my life, but definitely my family is a big part of that. We're pretty close. I have a pretty big family. I'm like the middle child of my immediate family, but then I have a ton of first cousins, so I'm super, super close to. And they're really cool people. Like they just do all kinds of cool shit, and they live all over the country and sometimes the world, and like, so I don't know, in terms of like heroes, like I look up to my parents in different ways a lot. I look up to like my aunties and a lot of my relatives. There's some artists in my family as well who are like great aunts and things like that. Because of those aunties, learned about a lot of really cool like leaders at a young age. Like one of my aunts did a documentary about Audre Lorde. And so she taught me about like Black feminism when I was a kid, and that was like hugely formative to like who I am as a person today and everything that I do. And obviously like also, well, maybe not obviously, but also my own personal identity, because I am biracial. So my dad is African American, my mom is white and European and Italian and Irish, but I learned a lot about what that meant from them and from that like political and personal and political lens, because I think personal is political. So yeah, my heroes are a lot of different people from a lot of different time periods, personally and beyond. How about you? How would you answer that question?
I would say my mom. My mom is an absolute angel. She's the reason why I'm in the place that I am right now. Same with my grandma. Lots of sacrifices to allow for me to be sitting here right now in the positions that I am. I'd also say like I had a lot of soccer coaches that really taught me what it meant to like.
I didn't even think about coaches, but yeah, coaches.
They just kind of taught me what it meant to like act appropriately in certain circumstances, especially when I lost my cool, which was very needed at a young age. And then I would say also, I think there are a lot of friends that I have that I really admire and I look up to and want to strive to be more like them in certain ways.
That's cool.
I try to surround myself with people that I really admire in whatever way that may be, and you know, hopefully it's the same for them, and just hopefully we can all grow in ways that make us more well-rounded individuals. But all of my best friends I admire. So the show's called FLIRT.
Yes.
Obviously. Season 2. What is your definition of flirting?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know if I've thought about that before. This is funny because occasionally in the past people have been like, "You're so flirty," and I'm like, "I was just being nice. Like, I don't know what you mean." I think for me, the intention behind it matters. So like, if I'm like, I'm attracted to or interested in this person, and then also exceptionally nice to them and curious
Yeah.
about their life and like engaging with them, that reads more as flirting. But I don't know, sometimes it can be a hard line to draw. I think that for me, flirting means that the intention behind it is more romantic or more sexual even. But yeah, that's where I guess I would go with that. How about you?
Yeah, I totally agree. I think there is some intention behind it. I think being nice gets conflated with flirting a lot. So I think the intention, I think a lot of people perceive flirting as just being seen by people.
Ooh.
Flirting to me is having some sort of intention, just like you said, whether it's, I think you can flirt platonically, I think you can flirt sexually, I think you can flirt romantically, in a way that you want it to come across as somewhat obvious that you have whatever feelings you're trying to put behind it.
Me and my friends talk about love a lot,
Yeah.
and I know that can be a crazy thing to say on a first date, but in the sense that we talk about love in every definition of the word. I did a series a few years ago that was all about like the ancient Greek word for love, because they had 7 different terms,
Wow.
which includes love of yourself, familial love, love of friends. So we talk about that concept a lot, and one of my friends says this great thing where she's like, love is full perception. Like someone really being interested in seeing you as a full, complete human, even if that also includes your flaws and your messiness and all of that. And so I think you bringing up being seen is really exciting, because I think that like that goes back to the intention behind the thing.
Yeah.
Your intention is not only to be seen but also to see someone else. Like that's some good flirting.